For those out there that have read the Ben Fogle and James Cranwell book,
good book.
It is a very good book. Particularly the girls out there probably would have looked at the middle page of that book and saw a few naked photos.
Yeah.
Will you be partaking in that sort of activity?
Everyone's asked that question because everyone loves to hear about nudity, don't they? They do, yeah.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we probably should have done a row across the Atlantic or the Pacific.
That would be much better.
I'd definitely get naked and share the world with my private parts if I was rowing across the Atlantic or the Pacific. But I think rowing around Scotland,
it doesn't give you the urge.
Yeah, there's no urge to be showing that in the temperatures and the conditions we face up there, or even around the south coast. It can still be cold and stuff around here.
And so, how close to the shore will you be getting in the boat?
It depends, really. We need to find the quickest route. So if we're going against the tide, we might be hugging the shore.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going with the tide, we'll probably be up to 100 miles offshore and chumming along. And we'll probably be going. We'd like to be going from headland to headland, so the shortest distance. We don't want to be doing the run around the bay. So it's definitely about shortest distance, and it's definitely about what the tide's doing and what the weather's doing as well.
And presumably you'll be crossing some pretty busy shipping lanes as well. Does that make you nervous?
The world's busiest shipping lanes will be
Fairly scared.
Around Dover, around the Channel, around Land's End and Holyhead, and there's lots of shipping lanes around that need us to be very alert and very aware. Need to obviously have good communication with the Coast Guard at that point and tell them where we are. And we're
pretty boisterous on the radio. If
Yeah,
anyone comes in our area.
We've just hooked up. We've got an AIS, which is an automatic identification system. And basically, it's a system that overlays on our charts, on our electronic charts, that shows vessels nearby, especially big vessels like container ships, tankers. It has their call sign and their heading and their speed. So using that call sign, we can be on the radio and call them up and say, we're a tiny rowing boat, but we're out here. Please take note and hopefully pass us at a considerable distance.
Uh-huh. And even if they are passing at a considerable distance, I suppose in the sea it doesn't matter as much about chop. I think any other rowers will know that if you're rowing on a river and a speedboat goes past and creates a lot of wake, that's can cause quite a lot of annoyance. But presumably that won't matter too much to you guys.
It just depends how close. If there's a bow wave that's a couple of metres away, we'll be swamped. I think some bow waves are huge, but I think you're right.
In the Irish Sea, it might not make too much of a difference.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The sea conditions and the swell we'll face will far outweigh any boat's wash or wake.
And is the boat self-bailing? So if you do take on water, will it get rid of it automatically?
Yeah, we have an inbuilt bilge system and manual pumps as well. Okay. So we're fully equipped to deal with any kind of wash.
I see. And going back to the sort of hands and the soreness and things like that, I mean, are you equipped with enough first aid on board to deal with all that kind of stuff?
I think we have a lot of tape.
A lot of tape.
A lot of physio tape, a lot of zinc oxide tape, a lot of hand creams, gels, just to try and stop it from happening again. But it's going to happen. They're going to have to harden up, and the first week's probably going to be quite difficult.
Yeah.
We're trying to toughen up our hands on wood, and that's why I'm rubbing your table right now.
So good to know.
We thought you just really loved the table.
It's a beautiful table.
So, moving on to some of the more sort of personal questions, does anyone have any bad habits that you feel like you're going to have to really bite your tongue on for a month?
What did you say about plumbers?
Yeah, I think after a month I still won't understand that man. Yeah, he's an enigma, like you said. But no,
it's not a bad habit though, is it? He's very dry and very keeps himself to himself.
Doesn't give anything away.
Can you tell us a bit more about the other two members that aren't here? Just sort of give them a quick introduction.
Well, the reason why we're called the Islanders is because myself and Al are from Mersey Island on the east coast. Plumbers is from Guernsey Island. And Gavin is from Cork in Ireland, so it's a fitting name. They're both. Gavin's rowed, he still rows international standard for Ireland, and he was lightweight up until a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
he's now cramming as much food as possible.
Yeah.
And Plumbers has done a lot of coastal rowing for Guernsey. And he's a very determined and driven person. As you know, Nick, you've rowed with him. He's just a machine.
He is indeed.
He keeps his head down, doesn't say much, and just ploughs through it. And then there's us two.
With the conversations.
So no particular bad habits then.
I think anything that no one who keeps clean is going to annoy me.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing. But the guys are pretty well drilled and skilled.
Yeah.
They do take care of themselves, and that's why I think we entered into this together.
Yeah. There's a reason why it's us four doing this. There's no one else I know that I'd do it with, and that's purely why. That's purely why we've got the crew together.
Good. Moving on to the kit that you're going to have on board, I kind of have two questions on this. Firstly, what do you think is the most essential bit of kit you're going to be carrying with you?
The water maker.
Good. Yeah,
It's got to be.
in terms of physical equipment.
It's got to be the water maker. If that breaks, then game over really. Pure and simple. If the water maker breaks, we've got no way of having any
Carry
fluids.
on,
So and we're not allowed any outside help from anyone. So I doubt we'll be allowed to receive anyone on board to fix it or a new water maker. I don't think it's rare. Water makers are quite rare for a boat our size, and you couldn't just replace it as such. It would have to be fixed, and that would have to have our race abandoned. So definitely the water maker.
And leading on from that, what's the most expensive bit of kit you've got on board?
Also
Also the water maker.
It's probably $5,500. It better work.
Yeah.
It's going to be an expensive anchor.
How do you cope with that? I mean, will there be any points where you will be sat still and therefore need a sea anchor?
Yeah, stuck in wrong tides. It might be time just to put the anchor out and wait it out.
Definitely. Yeah, we went a 48-hour row. We practiced our anchors, set up a good system, a good retrieval system for us and stuff like that. And we also practiced our parachute anchors, which I've never used before, which is quite odd, throwing a big parachute overboard, but it held us in position, didn't it? Basically, what parachute anchor is
it's a flipping big parachute.
It's a big parachute. You go out, and if you've got really severe weather against you, and you're not making any ground, and in fact you're going backwards, you throw the parachute anchor out the front of the boat, and it holds you in the water, holds you instead. Especially if you're in too deep water to throw a normal anchor out. It's a very impressive bit of kit.
Yeah, sounds very good. Will you be taking any good luck charms with you?
Interesting question.
No Justin Bieber photos are allowed on board.
I think we all set ourselves something like 200 grams or something personal. You can take. Just every person has one thing that's going to help them through. I don't know what that's going to be. Alcohol and drugs are banned, so it's going to have to be something. Something pretty
much.
much.
Think about sneaking a head flask though, but don't tell. No, we're not sneaking.
No, we're not doing that.
Sorry, we'll expunge that bit from recording.
No. I think maybe I don't know. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what Plums has to take, because he baffles me on a daily basis anyway. So what his personal items going to be, I have no idea.
And I mean, are you going to miss any creature comforts? Do you think? What do you think you'll miss most?
We spoke about this, a few things, I reckon.
You said veg, didn't you?
Yeah, vegetables.
Definitely.
I crave vegetables.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon that's going to be the number one thing.
Veg. Yeah, fresh veg. Probably a nice bit of meat to carve and.
Yeah, hot shower, cold bath.
Yeah, just
cold beer.
Yeah, cold beer. I think fish and chips for some reason. Every time I go on the sea, and I'm surrounded by salty water, and I do long offshore sailing races, or when it comes to the end of the race, I'm always craving a bag of fish and chips.
Yeah.
But I think I'll get past
that'll last you a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just leading on from that then, what do you think is the first thing that you would do when you get back to shore, get on land, and keep it clean, please, boys?
So after that, we're gonna
try and walk.
Yeah, I think
the
walking
first thing.
is going to be the number one thing.
Learning to walk again.
Guinness Guinness for the Guinness World Record. That'd be nice.
Ah, very nice. Yeah,
that'd be good.
Probably obliterate us, but it'd be worth it.
Definitely, and like we said, food, a good cooked, home cooked, meat and veg, something healthy, maybe some stodge as well. But not stodge. We have been eating that the whole time. And a holiday, I think, somewhere we can just pass out for a week,
relax for a bit. Yeah, absolutely, brilliant. Well, thanks very much for your time, guys.
Thank you.
And good luck with it all.